Hi everybody, thank you for watching. We all make mistakes every single day, myself included, when it comes to makeup. And there's no right or wrong, but there are certain tips and tricks that I want to just share while I do my makeup today. That way, if anyone is just learning or is trying to perfect their routine, hopefully this video will be helpful. So the right side of my face, I'm gonna do the right way. Step one is primer. Not gonna lie, I don't always use primer. Do I feel my makeup looks a lot better when I use it? 100%. So if you find that you have more oily skin or that your makeup kind of sets into your skin, you find yourself having to touch up a lot, I would definitely try a good primer. I really love this because it's like tacky. It's gonna be weird doing just half the face. So moving on to foundation. With summer, it's a more lightweight foundation that I really love. And I feel like it looks really natural on the skin. So I don't know why, but I just have the biggest issues matching my foundation perfectly, and I'm always mixing. So obviously the tip for the right side is to have your foundation match your body. So I've been mixing the 7.8 and then 6.5, and I love to apply it with a damp beauty blender. Matches pretty perfectly. And then of course we have to blend that down. It's too much onto the neck. Like that is like my one tip that I'm sure by now a lot of people know a lot of these tricks just because, you know, these videos have been around for so long, but the neck is just super important. For this side of the face, I'm gonna use a foundation that's a little bit too dark for me. So I think that's a mistake I see very often, especially living in New Jersey, is just applying the foundation just too dark, skipping your ears. So I didn't mention that this side. Always blend your ears, especially if they're showing. Always bring down on your neck. So on the wrong side, we're gonna leave it. I gotta call up my mom for a minute. Sorry, Mom, but she always forgets to do her neck, and I'm always like, blend it on your neck. Like you can't be tan and then have a white neck. It doesn't look right, Mom. I love you. So next up, I went to grab one and I had both, and they're both pretty much empty. I have the Bybel First Spray Serum, which is a double layer serum spray that's infused with white truffle from Italy. This spray has been my holy grail for probably about 6 months now. I think I've gone through like 4 bottles, and I've talked about it in many other videos, but the Bybel spray is just a necessity for my everyday makeup routine. So I'm gonna apply it on the correct side, and I will be using this throughout the entire routine. I love a hydrating mist throughout the whole routine because during the summer, although my skin gets oily, I feel like it's extra dry from just being in the sun. So not only do I use it throughout the whole routine, I also bring it with me in my purse, and we were out the other night and I was like going up to people and like spritzing them, which is just funny. So here you can see the double layer formula. So the oil layer is avocado oil, sunflower seed oil, chia seed extract, and natural plant oils. And the main ingredients in the serum level is white truffle from Italy, as I mentioned, and vitamin E. So not only does this leave your skin with the most beautiful glow, it really hydrates, and it just, I feel like, refreshes the entire makeup. So I'm gonna mix it up, and I'm going to do at least 5 sprays. I usually just like drench my skin. All right, that was 8. I'll do 9. What's amazing about this product is it's 100% vegan, it's hypoallergenic, and it gives your skin this like deep hydration. This is the #1 selling face mist on Amazon, and it's for a reason, and it smells delicious on top of it. This has been like my holy grail for months, and I highly recommend it. So we're gonna skip this side. No hydration on this side. So I've been loving the Born This Way concealer, and during the summer I do a lot less concealer, just like kind of there and there, but I also found myself using a concealer that's not as light, just because I love to look like more natural. Even though it's like a lot of makeup, if you use colors that aren't as far apart, it's gonna look more natural. And like I have people like, wow, your skin looks amazing, and in my head I'm like, well, I have like foundation, concealer, powder, and all this on. But when you do it properly, people really believe that it's your skin because it looks really like natural and flawless. So that's what I'm gonna do. I don't know why I didn't do this before. I like to apply right on the sides of my lip to lift, also between my brows, down there, and then I also like it on my chin. So you could see how it just really like brightened, but it all still flows. Now for the wrong side, I guess one of the most common mistakes I see is when the under eye is too bright. And like, I love a bright under eye, so it's not that I'm hating on it. And listen, if my foundation was this dark and my concealer was this light, there are ways to make it work. And if you guys want a video of like how to make certain things work, I can do that as well. But for the sake of the video, we're gonna just do like two extremes. So we're gonna do too much concealer. Also, what I did was I did it in like a triangle shape, which helps bring it forward. So even though I'm using a lot less concealer on this side, it's gonna still bring it forward. So like, I feel like a lot of people just keep the concealer underneath their eye because that's where the dark circles are, but that's where you go wrong. Because if you look, if you just keep it under your eye, yes, you're gonna cover the dark circles, but you want this whole part of your face to come forward and look lifted. So it's funny because I really do love this concealer and I do use it, especially when I'm contouring my nose. And I'll just apply it like a little bit of this light one right on the side of my nose because I feel like it brings it forward a bit. So you could see what that did. It just kind of made the shadow and the light a little bit brighter. And then I also like to take a little bit of the light and just kind of like lift the eye. So like right at the edge here to like lift. So next for cream concealer, this is Midnight Marigold. It's just one of my all-time favorites. We're gonna apply that right on the cheek and also on the forehead. Make sure you're pushing it into your hairline. A big mistake I always see is when your hairline is super light and it doesn't match up to the makeup, so I always push it back. And then if I have to, I'll apply like a root spray afterwards just to have everything like blend. And one thing that I usually always do and say in my videos is to do the cream contour before the concealer, and I normally do, but I got sidetracked, but it's fine because if we're just doing a little bit, we can blend it in all nicely. So now on the wrong side, there's nothing wrong with a stick when you're applying contour. I just find that it's harder to blend it, and just some people I notice go a little bit too low, or some people go a little bit too high. So in reality, usually you could see like where your natural cheekbone is. If you can't, you want to create it where you want to lift the face. And for the right side, we're gonna just do a little bit on the jawline to sharpen it a bit. You can go a little bit higher up if you want to kind of get rid of the double chin a bit. So again, it's just, if you're more of a beginner, it's a little bit harder to blend the cream, and you can see it's like more harsh. Obviously, if you take more time, it's definitely doable, but we're just gonna do too much contour. Guys, and this is like, I'm making it extreme on purpose, an unblended contour. And because I did the lighter concealer under my eye, it's much more harsh, where you just want it to kind of look like more rounded off. And one thing I always like to do is kind of just take the beauty blender, go over everything to make sure everything's like seamlessly blended, like that. Versus seeing like all of the, this is like killing me. I want to blend it so bad, but for the sake of the video, we need like opposites. I'm gonna spray one more time, and I wanna spray my whole face, but I can't, before the powder. Obviously, depending on what you wanna do for your nose. For me, I always like to make it a little bit more narrow, and I like to lift it. So I go in a little bit further from where my actual bone is on my nose. And I do the tip as well to kind of lift it. But one mistake I always made, especially when I was first starting out learning how to contour, was I was putting it down on like the sides, like here, which was actually making my nose look 10 times wider, which is ironic because it was doing the opposite. And then this side, what I'm also doing is I'm blending it into my eyebrow because it's gonna make everything look more seamless and more natural. So I'll take a little bit more concealer on the back of my hand, and I like to just take a little bit and dab it over the nose contour, like from down up, like starting down, patting up, because then it just covers the darkness, but it still keeps that line in place. Setting powder is so important. This is what I found to be the best powder, the Cupcake by Huda. Laura Mercier Translucent I also really love. But first you want to look up, blend out all of the creases, take some powder, and go up, right up to like your eyelid. And I go right up to where the darkness was too. And I'll blend that, as you can see, like up, down. I blow out like that to help prevent creasing. And I like to apply that just anywhere I applied concealer. You don't need to go like crazy with that. We're just gonna skip the powder on the wrong side because believe it or not, like a lot of people I know, they're like, oh, I don't use powder under my eyes. I'm like, so you use concealer and you don't set it with anything? If you don't set it, then it's just gonna kind of slip and slide all over the place. So for bronzer, I just take like 1 or 2 pats, not a lot, and I like to just kind of like press it first, just over wherever the cream contour was, and just like with such a light hand, apply it like that. The goal is like to use a little bit at a time because then you're stuck blending and that's when things start to get confusing. And then we're gonna go heavy on the side. The setting powder alone on this side, like look how much smoother. Before I blend out the powder under my eyes, I love to take like a grayer toned powder to set the nose contour, and I go very, very lightly right up to like the concealer line, which kind of looks already like highlighted. And I like to do that before I wipe away any excess powder because I feel like it just kind of mutes the line a bit. Okay, so now at this point, once I wipe away the powder, I go back in with the spray. This is why I go through it so quickly, but the Double Mist is a must because what it's gonna do is it's gonna just melt everything together. So my beauty blender is a little bit rough because I'm doing both this side, but so now I'm just gonna go over everything and just let it all flow nicely. What's crazy is like high school, this was everywhere, like the over bronzed white neck. I feel like brows now are so much more natural, like what's in, I should say, more natural, more lifted. I started like pulling my tail out a little bit to kind of like lift the eye, and I actually really love that. But I like to keep it like more minimal. I used to have like very crazy thick brows, and I know it's kind of like different seasons of your life. You know, there's different trends and all of that, but sometimes I look back and I'm like, those brows were just too much. And for the wrong side, please no one get mad at me, but I cannot stand when this part is too dark and like square, and I promise you, like I see this all the time. I personally prefer a nice like faded brow where it's like lighter here, but you know, everyone has their preference. And another thing I see is the tail too low. Like you could see this one by like lifting the tail here, it's gonna like lift this whole part of my face. Who remembers the good old brow pomade days? So I'm just using like a brow powder, and again with a very like light hand, I'm just gonna fill in the brow. My first couple of videos, I never did it like this dramatic, but I remember my tail was like all the way down here. Like I thought that's where you were supposed to do it. Just since I already used this palette, I'm gonna take this like light pink shade and just go right on the lid. And then if you apply a little bit of it here, it just kind of like brightens and opens up the eye. So obviously depending on what type of eye shape that you want to go for, you know, like some people want more of like that cat eye, some people want more doe, like opened eyes. So it really just depends. So I'm gonna just do it how I prefer, which I'll take a blending brush like this. For me and my eye shape, again, if you're still trying to figure out, I'll do a different video like explaining different ways to do shadow. But for me and my eye shape, I love to just apply like the contour shade in like that. And then I also like to drag it out like that. I wanna set my brows because I forgot it. This is Model in a Bottle. Who remembers this? I feel like I do a little bit between the cat eye and the doe eye. So I'll do this, which is more of like a cat eye shape, but the way I do the rest of my makeup. I feel like it's kind of like a mixture of both. For liner, I actually just started using this after I did like that drugstore video last, and I love this, the Revlon Brown Liner. I feel like it's more natural. I'm just kind of lining the top, and then I used a little smudge tool to just kind of like smudge. One thing I will say, if you guys are doing a more dramatic look, I knew I wasn't today, and I also, you know, like to do things my way, and I have ways that it works for me. If you guys are more beginners and you're doing a little bit of a crazier makeup look, I would recommend doing the eyes before. That way you can kind of go in with your makeup wipe and perfect everything, and you're not stuck like with all the fallout on your face. So on the wrong side, we are gonna do this really thick liner. The key is always to start with it thinner, and then you can always add more, because I feel like when you do it too thick at first, then you're just screwed. So that's a mistake I see a lot of people making, is just like too thick of a line and then like no tail at all. And then it just kind of makes your eye look even smaller. And I always do a shadow on my lower lash line, so on this greasy side, we're gonna just do that same. So I just apply that right there. And that's when I'll take the black liner, and because the strip is darker, I'll just kind of do like a thinner black line. Do mascara. I'm gonna take a dark brown, and we're gonna just, so again, it's just like learning your eye shape, learning how the same colors can be used to really shape the face. We always want to blend, so when it looks like too perfect at the end, that's not the goal either. Like, you don't want it to look like that. You want it to have like a more blended look. I'm gonna take a little bit of the shade under. I like to apply this like deep because it covers, there's like a little creasing that's just always gonna happen for my eyes. So I like to apply like a darker, lower shadow because I feel like it covers the crease, which is really nice. One of my favorite techniques that I've been doing forever is taking a light foundation powder and applying it under the eyes. I feel like it's like real life Photoshop. It's like my favorite step. And it really gets rid of like any shine. So I'm gonna apply a little bit of loose powder under my eye. Every time I do bottom mascara, I always do the loose powder. It's the only way I don't get those black dots. So while that's drying, I'm gonna mix these 3 blushes. And I love blush. The heavy contour and the heavy blush unblended, just up here. My brushes are gonna have to be washed after this. A little bit of highlighter. A little bit, too much. For the nose contour, my favorite is the exclamation points. That's been my like signature, so that's something I just always do. And then I'm gonna add the highlight into the tear duct and under my brow. And I love to overline my lips, so this is not me hating because I really do go a little bit overboard sometimes. It's something I like. I love like a little gloss. Libra, if it's not done properly, it can look really bad. One more spritz of the Dalba spray. Let's see, look at that glow. It's like your whole skin is glowing versus I literally cannot even handle myself right now, but this is just, obviously this side is one extreme and this is how I personally love it. I wanted to just share some tips and tricks that have really helped me perfect my makeup over the years. So I hope this video was helpful. I cannot handle this brow. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. And until next time, I'll see you guys later.